Hi everyone, I'm Ishan Sharma. In this video, I want to talk about the 5 skills that I think every college student should learn if you are just getting in. This is the first and the most important skill that you should be mastering. That is the skill to communicate yourself as much as possible, both in front of an interviewer or in the front of a public. Maybe having a 50 or 100 people crowd in front of you and you trying to communicate yourself to the best of your capacity. I understand a lot of you might be thinking that it's just too hard for you to learn to communicate yourself properly in English or in Hindi or any other language. The only way to get better is through practice. The more you practice, the better you will get. Every single day, try to record yourself in front of the mirror or using a phone or something. Just talk about what happened in your day-to-day activity. You can just be like, hey, I learned about XYZ things, I watched XYZ movie, and this is what I learned from this particular day itself. The second skill is really interesting. These days I've realized is that most people around me, they don't negotiate much. I remember my parents, my father, when they used to go to grocery shops or wherever it is, he would always be like, ठीक है 100 का है तो फिर इसको 80 का कर दो, ऐसा कुछ कर दो. Like, he used to be great at negotiating. He used to be great at understanding the intrinsic value of something and then trying to negotiate that. Us in this generation, at least around my circle, we don't really think much about negotiating. Whatever the price someone says, we're like, ठीक है इसमें pay कर देंगे. But I feel like negotiating is a really interesting skill. I was listening to Chris Voss podcast in which he was talking about how to negotiate better, and he is someone that has also released this book called as Never Split the Difference. You can learn from that book if you want to, but negotiating is not just about trying to get something for a lower price. It's more about maybe you're talking with your interviewer, maybe you're talking with your HR, and you're trying to get a better pay for yourself. Having that skill to put out a logical statement and ask for something more, ask for a lower price, ask for more opportunities, try to be as much humble, but at the same time trying to persuade the person in front of you. That is the skill of negotiating. Has to be programming. I feel like everyone should at least try their best to learn this skill. Now, I'm not saying that you need to become a software developer. That's definitely not what I'm saying. But just having a basic understanding of programming is really advantageous. It will teach you a lot about how the world around us really works. How does WhatsApp work, for example? How does apps like Instagram, Zomato, how do these applications really work? How does Google Maps work? So learning about these systems will teach you a lot about how modern technology works, and that's definitely helpful if you are trying to get into maybe into a software development role, or if you're just in general trying to understand how product development happens in the latest startups out there. Skill number 4 that I think everyone should learn is being able to understand basic social media. In this world, I see a lot of people on Twitter having like 5,000 to 10,000 followers, which is not crazy, but they end up getting a ton of opportunities for themselves, be it a freelance content writer, be it a freelance video editor, be it a software developer, whatever field that you want to get in. If you can just start creating a great profile of yourself on LinkedIn as well as Twitter, you will have a ton of opportunities and you will have leverage at the same time as well. The difference between someone who has 0 followers on Twitter and someone who has 10,000 followers right now is the ability to get a ton more opportunities for themselves from the biggest companies out there. This is really important. Now, I'm not telling you to become a content creator per se, but just having a social presence will give you a huge advantage when you're getting into any career per se. The 5th skill to learn is selling ability. Now, this is not just true for people who want to become like a businessman. It's also true for you if you want to get a job in some company. If you have been able to pitch yourself, if you can point out your key characteristics that will help this company grow. How can you sell yourself to someone who's looking out for a role? बहुत अच्छी कहावत होती है, वुल्फ ऑफ वॉल स्ट्रीट में भी, they say sell me this pen, right? Sell me this pen. The basic idea is that you should be able to create that importance and that requirement for that particular object in the mind of the person who's trying to buy it, create that need, and then satisfy that need at the same time. These were the 5 skills that you should absolutely be learning if you are in college, and it will give you huge advantage when you're getting out in the real world. Whatever it is that you choose to do in, whatever you can do, content writing, you can do video editing, you can do software development, you can do PM, whatever role you get into, but having these basic skills is going to give you huge advantage. I hope this video was insightful. Make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. And let me know what do you think about this video. If you have any questions in the comment section, if you're still watching, just say I watched till the very end, and I'll see you all in the next video. You can also tag me on social at Ishan Sharma 790. Catch you.